Hey guys, I know this is probably unusual, but we thought we would put out kind of like a special, I guess episode, but just kind of talking about all the violence that happened this past weekend, and just kind of acknowledge it. Let me just start off by saying, even though I was not affected by this, well, that's wrong wording. I meant you
didn't know anyone.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
You weren't directly connected.
It still does kind of affect me in a way, or both of us, because there was just so much death. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, it starts off Friday night with the murder of YouTube star and former Voice contestant Christina Grimmie. And then Saturday, right?
I think that was Saturday, right?
No, Friday. It was late Friday.
Okay, it was Friday, and then there was Saturday. It was a break.
Yeah.
That we know of.
Yeah. And so Sunday, there was a shooting in a gay nightclub in Orlando, and it's also so very sad.
Yeah. And you know what's there's almost no words for it, you know? And the saddest thing to me was when I first heard it on the news, I wasn't anything. I just kind of heard it and was like, okay.
Yeah.
And that was what really scared me the most, was I wasn't immediately like, oh no, I just went, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And it scared me because I just feel like because of so much violence in the last few years, I'm not as, oh no, I'm just like, uh-huh. And it makes me worry about kids who have grown up in the last few years who are just like, uh-huh, sure.
Yeah.
And they don't have that surprise anymore.
I know, when I woke up on Saturday morning, I had a text message from my friend who, she had texted me during the night and said that Christina Grimmie has been shot and she died. I'm like... And it was 8:30 in the morning, so it kind of took me a minute to just kind of process this. Mm-hmm. You don't really expect that when you first wake up.
Yeah, I was really surprised.
Yeah, and it's so sad, and I hope the shooter rots in hell. I know that's bad to say, but he took the coward's way out. Instead of facing his punishment, he had another gun on him and shot himself so he wouldn't have to go to jail and face what he did. And it's so sad. I don't know if you knew this, but her mom's actually been battling breast cancer.
Really?
Yeah. And she's been fighting it off and on for a couple years now. And the day after she died was actually her birthday.
Oh.
Yeah. But, did you hear what Adam Levine's doing?
Yeah, he's going to pay for the funeral.
Yeah.
And she's so young, and that's what's also
22.
really sad. Mm-hmm. She's just so young.
And she had, nobody was against her, and she just was spreading love in the world through her music. Mm-hmm. And...
he's just a deranged fan who did it.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just... It's sad.
And nobody will know exactly why.
Right.
But it's, like you said, it probably he was a deranged fan that did have mental problems. Mm-hmm. And, just a side note, we're not going to talk about gun laws and gun control. That's not our place. We have our own beliefs about it, and this isn't what we wanted to talk about.
No.
Everybody else has their opinion about it, and we do us. Also.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Because, I know something has to be done, but I don't know what.
Yeah, me too.
Because I just don't know anymore.
Yeah. It's when is enough going to be enough?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. How many more of these events have to happen before something has to change?
I saw something online that it was about Sandy Hook, and they said that when America was okay with the children dying, then it was over. Because nothing came after that. Nothing happened. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
That it was when America decided that this was all right.
Yeah. And have we just gotten to the point where we're so accepting of all these that we just blow it off as another everyday event?
Right, like how I initially, like, saw the news and went, oh, okay. And then it took me another second to, like, listen to hear it.
Yeah.
But my first reaction was, oh, there's another shooting.
Well, when I heard about the shooting, it took me a minute to, like, register what was actually happening. Because, again, it was first thing I saw in the morning because I have a news app on my phone. And it alerted me of that. So it, like, took me a second to realize what was going on.
Right.
So I'm like, really? And then when I'd heard that it was in a gay club, that just, it made me so sad.
Yeah.
And then I actually heard today, because more people thought that it was a terrorist attack, it's looking like it wasn't.
Right.
It was, he was actually a closeted gay. And
well, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
But some people are saying he was using that as a way to get in, just to, like, learn more about everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even, well, who knows? We'll never know.
Yeah.
It was just like he was using that as a way to get in. And
Yeah.
to kill people.
No, because, like, I heard both stories about it this morning, that it wasn't a terrorist attack, yet he called 911 to pledge his allegiance to ISIS before he shot himself.
So maybe, because, you know, there's a lot of people that are just crazy that, like, say they have an allegiance to them, but they, like, ISIS is like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who they are, but sure, thanks, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
again, that's another subject we're not going to get into.
Right.
It's another one of those topics where everybody has their own opinion about it.
Right.
And it's just, if that is the reason that he was a closeted gay man taking his frustrations out, that's really sad.
Right.
But it doesn't justify what he did.
No. And also, if he was a part of ISIS, it doesn't, it's the same. Like,
Yeah.
That doesn't justify what he did.
Again, he is a coward for killing himself.
Right. He probably, if it was him following, being like he was a martyr. If, you know, if he was following that kind of path, then he did it just because, like, oh, I died for what I believed in.
Yeah.
That's what he's thinking.
It's just, it's so sad. And though I did see something kind of cool about it that came out of this weekend, as I'm sure some of you guys know, one of our favorite bands is We the Kings.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 3 of the 5 members have channels on YouTube that they vlog their daily life, and some of them live down in Orlando. They're all okay, thankfully, but that's besides the point. They went to the one blood bank, and there were so many people waiting that it was like a 5 to 7 hour wait, that they were turning people away and having them like write their name and phone number down, and they would call them back. Well, We the Kings decided to play a free concert for everybody.
That's nice.
Yeah, and just kind of bring some sort of happiness, I guess, to this tragic weekend.
Because honestly, like, blood donation is important in general.
Yeah. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I feel like that's another thing that we can really take from this is donating blood is really important and is really needed.
Yeah. I can't donate because of my syndrome, even though it's not hereditary and I can't pass it on. They still won't let me donate blood.
Huh. Like, do you think it's, like, the worry for clots or something?
Not so much that. I don't know, because, like, the last time I went to do it, they said, no, you can't do it. So
I used to donate blood quite a bit a few years ago. I want to do it again because, like, I'm O.
Oh, yeah. So. I'm B positive, so mine's just very, like, traditional.
I feel like, I feel like I'm O negative.
Yeah. O can go to...
Or B positive?
No. I think it's O goes to anybody.
Yeah, I think I'm O positive. So I'm like, you donate to anyone.
But you can't you have to only take O back.
I think that's how it works, yeah.
My mom was explaining it to me the other day, and I think that's it.
Yeah, I know. I think I can go for make sure, like, for anyone who's positive blood that has the RN, and then my mom's like the negative. So she could, but I think the negative is universal for sure, and like can do everybody.
Yeah, I think so.
I used to know. I loved that part. Science.
I actually didn't even like know what my blood was up until a couple years ago. When I was in the hospital for an infection, they're like, "What's your blood?" I'm like, "I don't know. I really don't. I never. I'd had it drawn, but I never had to receive blood before then." So they're like, "Okay, well, we'll just draw it for you." I'm like, "Okay." Cool,
yeah,
thanks.
I feel like it's something that's like, it's a good thing. Is it is really needed.
Yeah, it is, and I think more people should do it. Sorry if my voice sounds a little cracky today. I don't know, it just sounds like that for whatever reason.
It's been a rough weekend.
It has.
You know?
No, and, I also saw this weekend, and for those of you who don't know, but, VidCon is coming up in, like, about a week and a half, and it's, like, a big YouTube event where a bunch of, like, content creators get together, and, like, they do meet and greets and stuff like that. A lot of people are worried. And they're saying that they should just cancel it for the year because it's every year. And I know there's a lot of people that are debating about whether or not to go, but they're like, well, we don't want to not go because then they win.
Oh yeah, I feel like you gotta still continue to live every day because it was a part of like Lin-Manuel Miranda's acceptance speech in his sonnet. He just talked about how like this show reminds us that not every day is promised.
Yeah.
And not every day is promised, and you never know what's gonna happen no matter what. And if you just live your life in a good way and positive and trying to make the world a better place, then it just can make it a little better.
Yeah. No, and I know the big question that I've like kind of been thinking about all weekend is how do you move on from this?
Right. Well, I feel like it's just like because in our age group we were kids during September 11th. It's kind of the same as like how did we moved on, but it was like
it's still there.
It's still there. It's just like any kind of death, like even close to your family. It's like it's always there. You have to move on.
Yeah. Just
because you can't live like that,
and you have to just take it one day at a time. And if that's too much, just take it 1 hour at a time.
And honestly, there's nothing wrong with trying to be happy.
Yeah.
Even during all this, there's nothing wrong with being like finding something happy and positive. You know, like
even the small things. It's just it's a very tragic event.
Right.
And I hope this does bring change. I saw something else this morning that was kind of sad, but it was actually kind of true. I think it was Lady Gaga that said it. I'm not 100% sure, so don't guarantee me on that, but it said it's sad that it takes one massive tragedy to bring everybody together.
Yeah.
And it's like, why can't you be together all the time?
I know.
No, and something else that I was thinking about is I would like to know, why is it more important to spread hate than to spread love?
Right. I feel like that's like the big thing in life is trying to spread love because there is so much hate. So, and a lot of us don't see it because we live in like nice areas,
in a bubble,
and a lot of people, we don't see the the hate that's out there.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is like important for everybody to just continue to try to be positive and spread love.
And I think we'll leave you with this. This one's not going to be very long. We just kind of wanted to touch about this, but always make sure that no matter what, you always tell your friends and your family that you love them and you care about them.
And if you see something, say something.
Yeah. Don't be a bystander. Alright. Well, we'll see you guys next time.
Yep. Bye.